Oh, I should be live?
Yeah.
Go and start?
Yep, receiving your content. Welcome, viewers.
I'm getting the stream offline real quick. Oh, let's look at it. Let's check this out. Test.
Test.
What's happening? Test.
I think we're good. Well, good evening, Cardinal fans, and we're here live from Harrison Goblins Arena for a matchup between your Lady Cardinals and the Lady Tigers. A little bit of rivalry going on here in the district tournament. That's just the way I like it. I'm joined here with Dallas Walker and Ori Phillips, and I think the guys are going to give you guys a little rundown of the matchup tonight, so I'll let y'all take it away.
Yes, we came prepared. Ori, hit him with it.
All right, so we got the rivalry matchup here for the district tournament.
Battle for Highway 62, and tournament edition.
Yes, sir. So, we're talking about it in the pregame, which we aren't going to attach here, but you can see it on the channel. You can see it. We're talking about it. And me and Dallas, we kind of had a small disagreement. He said he'd rather see Huntsville. I said I'd rather see PG here.
But I'm taking the mindset where I don't necessarily have a preference. I think our girls are going to come out to play hard. Both teams. Now, watching from what we've seen, through the broadcast in the games earlier in the season, I think we matched up pretty well against both teams. I just felt more confident against the Huntsville team, but nonetheless, Prairie Grove team, they're a good team. They have a lot of heart. They play hard, but I don't think we should be too worried as long as we come out and play our game. If we come out and make some mental mistakes, that might slow us down. But really, I think our biggest obstacle is us. And as long as we can get past that, I think we're all right.
Yeah, so a quick rundown on Prairie Grove. The name to remember tonight, Emily Grant. Now, it's always great to have your one scorer, your one guy to go to. Like a lot of teams, you got a lot of college and pro examples of that. Cavs with LeBron James, Oklahoma Sooners last year with Trae Young. But now for Prairie Grove, the girls, they got Emily Grant, and she scores a lot of their points. She had 21 against us the last time we played. We held her to 9, but I think she was still our leading scorer in that game because PG only got 29 points in that game. They lead on her pretty heavily. Everybody else, they chip in some. But if they can stop her tonight, I think the Cardinals get a win.
Yeah, and if you look at it on the opposite side of the ball, for the Lady Cardinals, I think one strong suit that we have a lot of people that can score a lot of points, but we have a lot of depth.
Yes.
If one person is lacking one night, or even two people are lacking, we have a lot of backups, people, good minutes, rotational players that can come in and put in a lot of points, a lot of effort, assists, rebounds, defensive stops, and I think total that really helps us.
Yeah, so I agree with you there. Yeah, we have lots of depth, and I think an example of, teams with depth, you'll be in good shape. Like a couple years ago, I think our boys team, and not to dog on them from a couple years ago, but we didn't really have a whole lot of depth.
Right.
I think we had Matt Wilson. Aside from that, we didn't have a whole lot of scoring, and when it came tournament time, we weren't in such good a shape, but hopefully we can show that it applies for the other side too tonight, though.
Right, and one thing I think that helps, it does help, not to contrast ourselves, but in playoff time, you really need your go-to scorers, and
I think you need the depth pieces.
Right,
we have different people to step up.
We have plenty of that to go around as far as the Lady Cardinals go.
Both boys and girls.
Yeah, and we talked about this in the kind of key preview. The seniors, watch for the seniors to step up. Names like Madison Pence, Alexis Roach, even Eliza Ball. There's gonna be a lot of passion in this game. There's gonna be a lot of heart, and watch for that to be a X factor of sorts.
Yeah, and I think Brody said this too. He touched on it in the pregame. Don't completely leave out some of the underclassmen. McKenna Van Zant, Trinity Johnson,
did mention
people like that. Yeah, So I think if we have a good game all around, I think we can beat them. Again, you have to stop Grant there.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to have to do their part and just do what we've been doing all year.
I'm confident though because again, Emily Grant had 21 on us. I think a few weeks ago, we still beat them by 30 points, 64-34. She produces a lot of their scoring, so she has a really good game. I think as long as we play our game, we should take this Highway 62 matchup in the tournament. Very important. So we got about 3 minutes, I think, till tip-off. Yes, 3 minutes.
Yep, and I think we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back to get the starting rosters for both teams. And we're back, Cardinal fans, and we're about to get the starting lineups, I assume, for the Lady Cardinals, since they're a away team here in the tournament. So we'll get those. Lady Cardinals, correction, Lady Tigers are coached by Kevin Frau. Got number 5, Jordan Suggs.
Senior guard, number 12, Larisha Crawford.
Got number 12, Larisha Crawford.
Senior forward, number 21, Kaylee Elder.
Number 21, Kaylee Elder.
Sophomore forward, number 32, Jasmine Wanos.
Number 32, Jasmine Wanos.
And senior guard, number 35, Emily Grant.
And we have number 35, Emily Grant.
And now your starters.
And now we have your Lady Cardinals starting lineup.
Jessica McCullough and Bree Jones. A senior guard, number 4, Madison.
Got number 4, Madison Pence.
A senior forward, number 14, Alex Roach.
We got number 14, Alexis Roach.
A junior guard, number 22, McKenna Van Zandt.
Number 22, McKenna Van Zandt.
Sophomore guard, number 23.
And sophomore, Trinity Johnson. And that's your starting lineups for your Lady Cardinals.
And a junior forward, number 33,
Oh, correction, 33, Joelle Tidwell. I'm really messing up tonight, guys.
Also, just a side note, before this game started, the Harrison Goblin boys did prevail against the Prairie Grove boys team. So it looks like, yes, our boys will be playing the Harrison Goblins boys team tomorrow.
Tough matchup.
It'll be a good one, though. But that'll be tomorrow. Right now, we got Lady Cardinals facing off against the Prairie Grove Lady Tigers. Tip-off is about to start.
It looks like Alexis Roach and Wanos are going to take the tip-off. And the Cardinals get the tip. Kenneth Van Zant passes over to Madison Pence. It looks like they're going to play pretty fast here to start it off. Back to the top to Tidwell. Madison Pence takes the shot, and it's off the back of the rim. Oh, she got it. Bounced in.
Little doink.
Cardinals get 3-0 lead to start it off.
Hey, sometimes a doink's a good thing.
Hey, nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, that's the Chicago Bears that, though.
Tidwell.
Like you were saying, Brody, sorry I interrupted you. Like you were saying, the Cardinals do want to play fast. That's their ball game. They want to have the Tigers playing on their heels.
Right now, it looks like they do. And again, the Prairie Grove offense, isn't it one of the best offenses in here? They had, I think, 35 against Shiloh Christian, who I think won one game in the league all year. They only had 21 against Pea Ridge. Against us, they've had 29 and 34. So, again, you need to keep them on their heels. You'll force some mistakes. Just don't lose balance, posture on defense whatsoever.
And right then, Roach drives in and gets the 2. That takes the score to 5-0 in the first.
Early start.
Cards are starting with the trap. .35 Emily Grant takes a shot, but it's off the mark. Fast, quick inside pass to Alexis Roach. And the Cards are starting off quick here in the first. And I think the Tigers are going to call a quick timeout. Coach Frau doesn't like that.
Got to take a quick break there.
Hey, and we'll keep it right here for the break. And I just want to highlight something right there. Big game, first round of the tournament. You got to start out strong.
That's how
this is a pretty good way to do it. Starting out 7-0, they played good defense, and it's been followed by good offense.
When you got to force a team to take a timeout, not even a minute 30 in, you're doing something right. So,
yeah,
got to put the pressure on them.
Yeah, good scoring, good pass in there on the inside, good rebounding on the boards, really breaking onto the glass.
Cards are playing a little bit different than they usually do. Usually they're all about the 3-ball, but tonight they're passing it inside and getting that 2-ball. Hey, you gotta make it work.
When it comes to tournament, points are points.
Remember, the team with the most points wins the game.
And the Cards steal the ball from the Tigers. Looks like Johnson's going to pass it into Tidwell.
Yeah, this defense, what they normally like to do is they like to keep it up-tempo. They like to drain the offense, force some mistakes early. That creates opportunities, and it has so far. We'll see if they can make this a 9-10-point game here.
Tidwell with almost a free throw and gets the shot. Takes the score to 9-0 with 6:22 left in the first quarter. Cards are playing that press defense. Madison Pence gets the steal. Passes it up to McKenna Van Zant. She takes the shot, and it's off the mark.
Ooh. Out of bounds.
It's out of bounds.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was the Cardinals' first miss of the game so far. And we're not even 2 minutes in, so it feels weird to say that. But being up 9-0,
they've had lots of shots. So.
They've had good shot selection right here.
Prairie Girls having a hard time taking it up the court.
Wanos inside. Tries to get to number 55, Kester, but that pass is a little off. But I guess it's going to go back to the Lady Tigers.
And one, if you're looking at the Tigers, I guess one bright spot could be...
That pass is intercepted. Quick pass to Tidwell. She goes in for the layup. It's off, but the Tigers get the rebound.
Anyway, as I was saying, one bright spot. They've had a few opportunities right there where they've had decent fast break opportunities. The problem is they get down, near the basket. Cardinals start playing good defense, and it's really just hard to score.
PG's playing real undisciplined right now on offense. This definitely ain't their first turnover. Probably won't be their last one, but I mean, just the last time around there, intercepted on the inbounds pass down there, a really sloppy overhead pass. They got to get something together. This game's going to slip away in its early stages.
Tidwell's going to get over to Johnson. Johnson looking for somebody. Van Zant's open. Looks for the 3. It's not open. Back over to Johnson. Johnson passes inside to Van Zant. Van Zant gets blocked but rebounded by Tidwell. Roach goes inside, takes the shot, and gets an and one. Looks like the Cards are going to go to the line for one.
Well, the Tigers are going to disagree with that call, but from here I could see the and you knew Roach knew.
It was a little more than just ball.
As she was shooting it, you could see her eyes light up because she felt that one going in.
And that one's good. I take the score to 12-0 with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Cards still running the trap. That pass goes to Madwell. Dobbs gets it over to Madewell again. Wanos is having some trouble over there in the corner. Back over to Dobbs. She takes the shot, but it's off, and the Cards get the rebound. Van Zant passes it up court to Pence. Pump fake, and the Tigers get the rebound.
The one thing they haven't really converted on too much tonight is fast break points. Mm-hmm. I mean, once they slow it down and get the shot up there, it'll start to connect. But this game could be a lot worse than it already is. And
I think that's a foul on number 4, Dobbs.
That's a good foul, though. I mean, because if you just let him go, that's 2-on-1. So
yeah,
you can't really dispute taking that.
Not necessarily a bad time to foul. Sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes the foul is worth letting them or avoiding the chance of them going down and getting the easy two and then having momentum on their side.
Tidwell's in the corner. She takes the shot, makes it, and that's not a shot Tidwell usually takes. She's usually more of an inside player, but she gets the job done.
I'll admit I haven't seen that very often, but you know, if she's shooting like that with that clip, might as well keep taking it.
Another bad pass. Is that a jump? Yeah.
Tigers try to pass it to Kester's feet. And it looks like the Tigers are going to take a timeout. Coach Frau didn't like that one.
Great offensive performance so far by the Cardinals. They've already got 15 with just over 4 minutes in. Right now they're pitching a shutout. Got to get something going.
Well, we're going to take a quick break with that timeout. And you're listening to the Farm Cards Live Sports Network. And we're back, Cardinal fans, after a quick timeout. Score 15-0. Your Cardinals are up with 3 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first quarter. And the Lady Tigers are going to inbound it on their side of the court.
Picture perfect beginning right here, playing good on both sides of the ball.
Madewell's going to go in, but she gets double teamed by Roach, and Johnson has nowhere to go.
Locked it down there.
Grant drives in for the shot and gets it, and that's the first points of the night for the Tigers.
Took him 4 minutes and 16 seconds to get it.
Pins for the shot, wide open. Tidwell gets the great rebound, passes it back out to Van Zant. Johnson with the shot from the top, and she gets it. That's a 3. Cardinals got 18 now.
That's just beautiful passing right there. You can tell that a lot of the Lady Cardinals work on is their vision in the court.
And I think they're going to get a foul on Van Zant. Tries to get the steal.
She wasn't a real big fan of that one. Kind of lifted the arms up a little bit there.
Winos is going to pass it into number 12, Crawford. And Culpepper and Kersey check in for the Cardinals. Grant passes it over to Madewell. Madewell with the layup. It's no good. Van Zant gets the rebound. She's going to pass it into Kersey, and that one's off, and the Tigers get the rebound.
Yeah, I think she had a lot of options right there. She could have hit Pence or Kersey. Either one would have been good, but a little bit of traffic inside.
And right now, the Tigers are not making very good shot selection. can't see that jersey number, but the Tigers are going to inbound the pass.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, with the Lady Cardinals, it seems to be having a plethora of good shots as opposed to when the Lady Tigers are shooting. It seems they always have hands in their face.
That's how Farmington, that's what they live and die on defense, is being aggressive, staying up tempo, getting hands in faces, and forcing turnovers. They've had plenty of them so far. They forced plenty of them. If it wasn't for a few failed conversions on fast breaks, Farmington would probably be ahead by 20-plus right now. And that's kind of scary to think about if you're Prairie Grove.
Cards get the steal. Percy over to Pinch, and she gets the easy layup. That'll take the score to 20-2 in the first quarter with only 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. And I think the Tigers are going to take another timeout.
Yeah, I believe they're down to 2.
They're taking 3.
They're down to 2 left in the half.
We're not even 6 minutes in. They've taken 3 timeouts. They're trying to get some type of kind of pause the momentum, but they haven't been able to so far. I mean, maybe third time's a charm, but I don't know.
Credit to Coach Johnson. He's doing a good job. You know, you want to have the momentum on your side, but at the same time, I believe he doesn't live in the momentum. You just play your game, you know, like a formula. You do what you need to do. It's like a recipe for success, and you don't have to live off of momentum.
So I can't help but notice it. And I don't know if he'd appreciate me saying this, but I can't help but notice Coach Thompson's here tonight. Maybe is he scouting out Harrison's boys team? I don't know.
I believe you have to.
Yeah.
We're doing a little bit of scouting of our own, so be prepared tomorrow night. That's like we said, it's going to be a good game, a lot of excitement, a lot on the line,
it's going to be tough, but Farmington's going to be looking for revenge here, so.
Yeah. If you didn't watch last Friday's game, we did unfortunately fall to the Goblins, so like he said, looking for revenge.
The girls' team also lost, but they're having a good bounce back right here, 20-2. Not even 6 minutes in the game. We're forcing Prairie Grove's hand pretty badly right now.
Grant takes the layup, and it's good. And the Tigers get their second shot, give them 4 points, but a quick pass inside of Kersey, but the shot's no good.
Prairie Grove's just allowing lots of inside passes right now.
Crawford will drive in and get the shot. And that'll take the score to 20-6 with 1:40 left in the first quarter. Van Zant's going to walk the ball up. She's going to pass it back out to Culpepper. She takes the shot. That shot's good. Culpepper's one of those people that is kind of like a sixth man, I guess you could say. She comes off the bench and she shoots a good 3-ball.
Yeah, she's a pretty good all-around player. She can get rebounds and do a whole lot for you defensively, but she's definitely equipped to put up some points offensively.
Another steal.
Madeville tries to get in there, but the ball's stolen. Inside to Kersey. He's up with it, and it's good. She's kind of got that magic left hand.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, there was a little bit of traffic inside, maybe not the best pass, but when you have an arm span like that, Kersey can reach up and get it and turn it into 2 points.
Cards are playing some dangerous zone right there. They get the steal.
They could make it a 20-point game right here. We're not even out of the first quarter.
Pence looks for the 3. Over to Kersey. Kersey's going to drive in and give it out to Van Zandt. That shot's no good. And the Tigers get the rebound. Madeville's going to take the ball across the timeline. She passes it over to Crawford. Crawford's over to Grant, and that shot is good. And that's 9 for the Lady Tigers. With the final 22 seconds left in the first quarter, I think the Cards are going to wait it out and try to take one last shot.
Yeah, and while I believe it's highly unlikely, Cardinals are on pace for 100 points right now, but
we'll see.
It would be quite a feat. I don't see it happening.
I mean, I'd like to see it happen against Prairie Grove, but I don't know.
That shot's off. Pence has been a little off tonight with the 3, but it hasn't really affected the Cards much, and that's the first end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the start of the second quarter. Your Cards are up 25-9. And it looks like they're going to start off with the ball, so Culpepper's going to pass it into Van Zant.
It looks like Ball's going to come in. Looks like Trinity Johnson and Alexis Roach. And I believe that's Tidwell is going to be resting for a few.
A rare misstep there by the Cardinals.
Lady Tigers are going to pass this one in.
Crawford's going to dribble it up. She's going to try to drive in. She gets the ball to Price. Price takes a shot. It's no good, but Kersey gets the rebound. And I think the Tiger fans wanted a walk right there, but they didn't call it. Pence looks inside to Kersey, and that pass is deflected, but Ball gets the rebound. Culpepper over to Pence in the corner. She takes the shot, and it's no good. Pence has been off tonight. Looks like Crawford's going to dribble it across the timeline over to Madewell. Madewell's guarded by Pence. Back over to Crawford. Crawford stumbles there.
And while she hasn't exactly been on point as far as shooting the ball tonight, I think she's more than made up for it. She's got several tips, deflections, and a couple steals so far.
Grant over to Madewell. And they get Crawford for a walk, and it's going to go to your Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, she did a little bit of a kind of a hop step to her left. I think they got her right there for that one. Sometimes you can sneak that by them, but it doesn't really work that well when you're right in front of the ref.
They got eyes in the back of their head. Kersey over in the corner. Back up top to Ball. Culpepper. She passes it, tries to get it inside of Kersey, but that pass is deflected. Crawford's going to take it up court. Try to... Yeah, what did they call on there?
I believe they called a blocking foul.
Ball tried to get the charge, and she didn't get it.
I'm not 100% sure. I feel like Ball was there, and she set up first, but I guess that...
Were her feet moving?
Huh?
Were her feet moving?
No, I don't believe her feet were moving, but nonetheless, I guess the ref saw it that way. So
Crawford gets two. She drains the first one. That'll make the score 25-10. Your Cardinals are up.
It's tough sometimes with some of those bang plays. It can really go either way.
Crawford with the second one. It's no good. It's off the back of the rim, but the Tigers get the rebound.
Nice offensive rebound there.
Crawford with the shot, and that one is way off. Well, it's going to go to your Cardinals.
The rebound was nice.
Yeah.
Van Zant's going to take it across the timeline. Trinity in the corner. Cross-court pass to Tidwell. Van Zant's going to drive in and take an awkward shot, and that one's off. Grant's going to go past the timeline. Tries to go in, but Roach has got her clamped up. Madewell back out to Crawford. Tigers are passing it around right now. Not really any open lanes. Cardinals are playing some hard defense. And they pass it right to Ball. You call that an interception in football. And Johnson's over here in the wing. And that shot's off. But I think Tidwell's going to get the rebound over in the corner. Tidwell inside to Roach.
They're doing a great job right now finding the open person, even in tough situations. They can get the ball out there.
Madewell gets the rebound.
Only problem is Farmington's got a bit of a scoring drought going right now, so we'll see if they can turn it around. Prairie Grove right now trying to make it a game.
Grant goes for the three, but it's no good. Over to Roach. Roach goes for the easy layup, and that takes the score to 27-10. Your Cardinals are up with 4 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second quarter. What do you got, Dallas?
I think something funny about that. A lot of times we say the easy layup. I think a lot of people would call it easy. I wouldn't say it's that easy. I think they just do a good job making it look easy.
Hey, you got me on that one, Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you on that one. They make it look easy.
Hey, it's easy for Roach.
I don't think I could do it.
And Zant's going to drive in. She's going to get the foul.
They're drawing the foul.
Driving in fearless. They're looking for the contact.
And that's one thing, if you had to pick out a weakness for the first quarter, I think we got a lot of good shots, but I think we could have been a little more aggressive on the inside. I believe we only had one free throw that Roach made on an and one. That's something that if we could get a few more fouls on Prairie Grove's side, that would kind of ease the game, make it harder for them to come back in a second half situation.
Yeah, but I think it speaks volumes on how they can just shoot from outside, inside, mid-range shots, because that's a lot of what they had. They didn't have a whole lot of inside shot opportunities.
Right.
And I think I already said this, but if it wasn't for a few missed fast break conversions and the lack of free throws, Farmington could really, they'd be ahead by more than 19, I'll just say that.
Yeah.
But Prairie Grove, they've done a better job on offense in this quarter, I believe.
Yeah.
Defense just tightened up a little. Farmington's had a few missteps, but Grant may have been looking for a foul there, trying to get one, but
Johnson goes for the shot. It's off the front of the rim. That's usually a dead eye for her. She's going to come over real aggressive and guard up on Crawford. Crawford over to Dobbs, but the pass is too high, and it's going to go to the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, one thing I want to highlight, you might see this in the second half, kind of like a preview look. The way the Cardinals are playing right now, shooting a lot on the perimeter, making a lot of baskets. You got to clamp down on those guys, so eventually you're going to start seeing lanes on the inside open up, and that's where you're going to see a lot of the tough drive-in layups.
And speaking about that last possession by Prairie Grove, a lot of the cross-court passes they've made so far have been very high, very sloppy. I don't know, that's been the cause of a lot of their turnovers so far. Mm-hmm. They got to get better at passing if they want more opportunities to get some high percentage shots. They'll be stuck chunking threes all night.
It looks like Pence is going to check in for ball. Cards are back in the press.
They get him.
That's stolen. Roach goes up for the shot, and it's good. Makes the score 31-10. Your Cardinals are up in the second quarter.
Hey, Roach didn't have to move very far on that one.
Great job getting back down the court from the press.
Suggs tries to drive in. She's denied. Tries to pass it to Buenos.
Not 100% sure what the foul was on that time. I believe it was on Van Zandt. But
I think they called a reach. I don't know. If I was officially, that would be the most likely one I'd call, because she kind of get her hand in there.
Yeah, it was definitely a reach, but as far as it actually being a reach, I think it was a little odd. She didn't really look like she had possession of the ball. I think Van Zandt may share your sentiments there. That's a charge.
They're going to get a charge. Roach has really been playing good tonight in this first half of basketball.
Right. Sometimes the best play is just standing there and not moving and not doing anything. And on that occasion, that was a successful charge.
Hey, that's what charges are all about.
Right.
Johnson's going to walk it up the court. Oh, and that pass is off, but Roach gets it before it goes backcourt. Tidwell's looking for someone inside, but it goes back up to Johnson. Johnson over the Pence. Inside to Johnson. She's guarded by Grant. Goes up with the post move, and it is good. Takes the score of 33-10. Madewell's going to pass it outside to Suggs. She's going to drive inside, but that pass is not pass. That shot's deflected. Tidwell over to Pence, back over to Tidwell. And that is an easy two-point bucket. That'll take the score to 35-10 in the second quarter.
That was a nice little back-and-forth passing action. Both trying to share the ball. Little hot potato, and Tidwell ends up making the two.
And it looks like the Tigers are going to take another timeout.
That's 4.
You guys want to keep it right here?
I think we will. I think there's only a minute 59 left in the second quarter. Some things to highlight real quick. Lady Cardinals, I believe at the end of the first it was 25-9. Right now 35-10. So girls put up about 10 extra points in this one. I believe Lady Tigers put up, I believe...
They scored most of their points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
As of now.
I do feel like, I think I already said this, but I said that Emily Grant is a big part of their offense. 7 of their 10 points right now.
You can tell she's always looking for the three.
Yeah.
Yes, and again, they just haven't. I mean, I don't want to dog on their shooting too much because they just haven't had as many complete possessions. They haven't had as many chances to just take a shot because they've had so many, inaccurate passes. They've lost the ball in the backcourt. I think if they get more scoring opportunities, they'd probably have more points on the board.
Right. And I think, like we talked about at the beginning, I think really our biggest obstacle has been us. Just we have made a few mental mistakes, but most of it's been miscommunication.
Tuesday, we got Gravett against Gentry. Gravett actually won that one 55-26. And yesterday, Prairie Grove, the team we're playing right now, they defeated Huntsville 45-28. Both these scores are from Tuesday. Now earlier today, Berryville beat Gravett. Now Berryville, again, they're a really good team, 67-40. Now on the boys' side, Harrison beat Prairie Grove 54-37. That's the team left to play tomorrow. That's the game we kind of set in on. And then after this, we got Gravett and Pea Ridge. The boys' teams are going to play once we're done here. But again, tomorrow, Farmington and Harrison. Dallas, what do you think of Farmington and Harrison?
Farmington and Harrison, I know we touched on it a little bit, talking about a revenge game. I think it'll be a big game because you'll have two teams. Harrison, they just beat Prairie Grove. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's one win in the district and you're in for state, and the rest is seeding. Harrison's already in, so not to say they're not going to play for anything, but
no,
Farmington still has to win one. Farmington, they're definitely, I would say having a chip on their shoulder is an understatement. And that might sound odd coming from a number 1 seed. You might be like, well, how does a number 1 seed, what would they have to prove? Well, I think there was still a lot of concern from what I've heard around different sites and sources, a few Twitter tweets, talking about how the boys team, to put it lightly, there were some people that believe they were overrated, which, might just be some people, outside opinions. Not that they all matter. But at the same time, you always got to look at the critics and see what you can take away. And I believe that there's going to be a lot of proof. Yeah,
they haven't accomplished their goal yet. Their goal wasn't to get the regular season division title or get some 1 seed. Their goal wasn't that. I mean, that's a great goal to have, but the main goal is a championship, and they still got a long way to go for that. So
and I think they've done a lot, so far. They've came a long ways, but I think to say that, like we said, that they have something to prove, big understatement. They are going to come out and play. They're going to have a lot of heart. They're going to have a lot of passion. And I think you're definitely going to see a lot of emotion out on the court. And I would definitely say, I don't really think it'll be a blowout either way.
No, it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I think...
You know what it could have been? It probably, honestly, what it really was is that night was senior night. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things that are on your mind that night, especially if you're a senior. So they may not have been 100% that night.
A lot of side factors.
All basketball. Tomorrow night's going to be all basketball.
Yeah, we're excited. We hope you're excited. If you, for some reason, were unavailable and not ready or able to watch the first half, at the end of the first quarter, it was 25-6. I made an error. It was 25-6 at the end of the first quarter. And now after the second quarter, it went up to 38-12. Lady Cardinals playing good offense and defense. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And it looks like the Lady Cardinals are going to come out with their starting squad.
Can't fault them for that. Got to keep your foot on the gas.
Roach gets the good steal, and she has been on fire tonight. Van Zant with the shot, and it is good. And that was a pretty contested shot, so that was really impressive.
Right. And I think Ori was just talking about keeping your foot on the foot. I think one thing that Coach Johnson really excels at, a lot of teams see it as when they're up big like this, that's when you can rush, put in your backups, take it easy. I think, in my opinion, that's the worst time to get conservative because you're pretty much asking the other team to come back and, make it a game. I think Coach Johnson, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah. Keep playing exactly how it is. Play your game until they can do something about it.
Some teams may be calling it running the score, but we just call it playing basketball here at Farmington.
I mean, you got 10-plus guys on the bench, or in this case, girls. I mean, give your starters the fourth quarter off, but until then, let's clinch this thing. We can do it in this quarter.
I wouldn't necessarily call it running up the score. I mean, there's four quarters in a basketball game for a reason.
I mean, it's a rivalry.
You got to play all four.
You got to play all four quarters. It's a rivalry game. So
it's not 3.5.
This is Coach Sutton once said, "You got to put the nail in the coffin."
Yeah.
Got to put the nail in the coffin.
I mean,
be the hammer, not the nail. Hey, and Cardinals are being the hammer tonight.
And I think the last thing that Coach Johnson's really thinking about right now is Prairie Grove's feelings or their own sanity in here.
Grant over in the corner, and Grant is a dead eye, so you can't leave her unguarded.
Yeah, Grant's really been the kind of the powerhouse for the Prairie Grove Tigers right now.
She got double figures now.
Yeah,
10 of their 15 again. I think she had 21 of their 34 points last time they played us. They lost by 30 points.
It sounds like the Tigers they only have really one person that can produce those points. And then you got the other side of the spectrum. You have the Cardinals, where just about everyone, even people on your bench, are producing those points. And they're all producing it in their own ways. You got people going inside. You got people on the outside. Right. And you also got people playing great defense.
Yeah, stress it a lot. You got to have your own. You got to have a nice blend of scores. You got to have enough of them, because come tournament time, teams are going to know who they want to focus on. With Prairie Grove, we knew who to focus on. With Farmington, I don't know if they knew who really to focus on, because right now you got Roach 13. You got some others. You got a 7, an 8, a 7. You can't really see the numbers real well because there's a basket kind of covering the scoreboard there. But
yeah, that's the thing. You know, you got so many people on the field that spread it out, but Johnson's going to go for the layup. Steals it from Grant. That makes the score 47-15. The Cardinals are up big here in the third quarter with only 5 minutes and 9 seconds left.
Yeah, it's looking a lot like we'll get some other players in here, you know. Get some new faces here in a little bit, though. I think.
One thing I don't think you can really fault Prairie Grove for. If you're doing the filming, you're doing the scout. Who do you tell them to key in on? You stop Pence, Van Zant will go off. You tell them to stop Pence and Van Zant. You got Johnson, you got Roach, Tidwell. Really, any of them.
Tidwell right there, aggressive play inside, gets the shot, takes score 49-15.
In my opinion, Tidwell is probably one of the more, if not the most underrated player on the team. Because
I agree.
She's not the flashy player, but she plays her
team
way.
player.
That's all that matters.
Great hustle by Pence, getting the steal, going down, getting her own basket. She's had great hustle on defense all night. So, I mean, I don't think she has a whole lot of points right now. She's got 7, which is a pretty decent amount, but she's definitely making.
Suggs is going to be double-teamed by Pence and Van Zant over to Grant in the corner, and that pass is too high. That's a few too many for the Tigers. And it looks like Kersey and Culpepper are going to check in for Tidwell and Roach. And Culpepper is going to inbound it to Van Zant. Van Zant's going to walk it up the court. Van Zant's going to be guarded by Crawford. Trinity out on the wing, passes over the top to Kersey. Kersey goes inside, that left-handed shot, and it's no good. And it's going to go to the Tigers.
Shout out to that ref who just tied his shoe in record time. That guy was probably...
What'd you clock him in at?
4 flat, maybe less.
4 flat?
Maybe.
He is the John Ross of tying shoes.
He can tie his shoe faster than John Ross.
Yeah.
Suggs has the ball. She's guarded by Pence. Cardinals are really playing a zone tonight, and they're going to get the steal. Van Zant's going to run it up the court. She goes inside for the easy layup. Almost no one there in front of her. And that's going to take the score to 53-15 with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left of the third quarter, and the Cardinals are packing it on tonight.
And that's what you call a floater. You just kind of like leave it up there and let it do its own thing, let it find its way into the basket. And that's a pretty shot. It looks like it doesn't take that much effort, but really it's a whole lot of finesse.
And it looks like, I don't know who called that timeout, but someone called timeout.
Yes, Prairie Grove.
PG took the timeout. Well, we'll take a quick break. I'm joined here with Dallas Walker, Ori Phillips. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, into the third quarter with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. I'm joined here with Ori Phillips and Dallas Walker, a.k.a. Quickie Nog. And the Tigers got the ball.
Slight errant pass right there by the Tigers. Luckily, they got it back before the Cardinals could capitalize.
Crawford recovers. Oh, and a hard foul.
Luckily, both members are okay.
It was all smiles down there on the court.
Yeah. Kind of a little, like we talked about earlier, bang-bang play. wasn't really a charge, but I wouldn't call it a blocking foul.
I don't know. I didn't see her feet moving, so
I didn't either. But I think it was just.
I would have been more inclined to call it a charge.
It was one of those.
We're a little biased here.
It sounded loud.
We are. We're not the most. We're not a CBS or Fox, you know. We're not.
Crawford takes the shot. It's a little contested, but she gets it. They'll take the score to 53-18. It's not really going to make a difference at this point.
It's going to be a happy bus ride home tonight, Farmington.
Looks like Cardinals are going to inbound the pass. It'll be Van Zant. Van Zant's going to get over to Pence. Up top to Culpepper, back over to Van Zant in the corner. He's going to dribble around. She's guarded by Crawford. Over to Pence. Guarded by Suggs. Cardinals passing the ball around. Tries to get it inside to Kersey. But I think, the Tigers touched it last, so it's going to go back to your Cardinals. And it looks like number 2, Casey Drain's going to check in for Van Zant.
Van Zant's probably done for the night.
Yeah, well-deserved rest.
Looks like the JV girls down there getting ready to go in.
Looks like we're about to start making some mass substitutions. Casey Drain goes inside, passes it over to Kersey. Kersey gets the foul, and she's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, and I feel like this will be a nice experience for some of them. It's always nice. It's also really helpful when a lot of your rotational players that don't always get to play in a game get in and get to play tournament minutes.
And it looks like Coach Frau for the Tigers is going to make mass subs as well. Amelia Fuqua is going to check in for Pence. And Ball also checked in. I'm not sure who she checked in for. And that one's off. And it's out of bounds. It's going to go to the Tigers.
They're just running the clock out, I think.
And that is the end of the third quarter. So we'll take a quick break. I'm Brody Hill, joined here with Dallas Walker and Ori Phillips. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network. We'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, with the start of the fourth quarter. Your Cardinals are up big with a score of 53-18. And it looks like Coach Johnson's still drawing something up for the girls. So we'll still be here. Y'all got anything?
I just want to say, you touched on it. Coach Johnson drawing up some plays. If you just took a picture of that little screenshot and showed it to me, you'd think, oh, yeah, this is a close game. This is a good, he's really going hard. 53-18 in the fourth quarter.
He don't stop.
It's on the Tigers, but this is
he doesn't let the foot off the pedal.
Hey, like we talked about, you play all 4 quarters. He doesn't care if it's the starters in or Jim Bob Joe, just some dude off the street. He's going to coach you, and he wants you to play to the best of your abilities.
Hey, we were riding over here. I was sitting behind him, and Coach Johnson, he coaches ice cold. I heard him listening to some good tunes before we were getting over here. And he's laying back, getting ready for it, because he knows he's about to come in here and lay a whooping down on the Tigers.
Hey, I'll admit, that guy, just doing interviews with him, I feel like I get smarter just by, interviewing him.
Every time I interview him, I'm with you. I think I gain some knowledge.
Yeah. I think it's a real blessing to be able to have a coach like that. If you've even been, anywhere near him, especially being on the basketball team, those girls, I'm sure they know it, but they have a real blessed opportunity to be able to learn from Coach
He's a
Johnson.
great coach.
Right.
And Metters is going to try to go inside. She gets the ball. That's going to be a jump ball, but it's going to go to the Tigers.
So looking ahead past this matchup, do we know who Farmington's going to play next after this girls' side?
I don't think we're 100% sure, but we will find that out in the coming.
That game will most likely be played tomorrow, I'm assuming.
I believe it might actually be played at 7 tomorrow after the guys' game.
Do we know who we're playing?
No.
We're going to figure that out. Nonetheless, I know Coach Johnson's going to prepare. Doesn't really matter.
We'll be here for the guys' game tomorrow at 7. Is it 7? It's 5.
5 or 5:30.
It's 5 or 5:30. We'll be live. And it looks like Camilla Garola and
not to add any extra pressure, but wouldn't it be something?
Madison Earnhardt's going to check in.
Wouldn't it be something if your guys and girls team walked out of this Harrison District tournament having won both their boys and the girls side?
Hey, man.
I mean, let's not put the cart before the horse.
I know. I don't want to count on my eggs before
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Dallas.
I'm just saying, I'm excited.
Hey, nothing wrong with being excited. You just gotta let the games play out.
Yeah.
Can't jump ahead of yourself.
I need to sit back down and put the seatbelt on.
Yeah, you need
we're here for the ride, ladies and gentlemen.
We really are.
And the ride will continue tomorrow with the doubleheader. Farmington's playing Harrison. Girls' game is also going down tomorrow, too.
And Fuqua is going to get the rebound. She gives it over to Drain. Garola goes inside for the layup, and that is good, taking the score to 55-18. And the Cardinals are just not stopping.
Nope. Why would you?
I don't blame them. Hey, it's Prairie Grove.
Hey, you got to get in the left lane
and hammer down
there.
All the way down Highway 62.
That's copyright Chad Morris 2018.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind us borrowing that phrase.
Fuqua is going to pass it into Drain. It looks like Prairie Grove's going to make some more subs.
Yeah.
And this is all seriousness. You got to feel. You do have to feel something for the Prairie Grove team coming here for a district tournament and just have the score the way it is. You know,
right.
we wouldn't like it if it was the other way around.
Right, and I believe that. They, to their credit, they did beat a Huntsville team yesterday. They played their hearts out for that one.
Their season isn't over.
Yeah, it's not. I think it was you win one and you're in for state. So their season's not over here.
It's not over,
but
it would have been nice to get this win.
You win one and the rest is for seeding. So definitely still equally as important.
Would have been nice for us, but we're on the good end of this one.
Cardinals now probably going to state, I guess now.
As Brian Dean puts it, the good guys are up.
Hey. The good guys in red are up. And Drain's going to go to the line. She's going to get 2. Cardinals are going to get a chance to get 60 on them. First one's off.
Yeah, they got a running clock right now.
It looks like a ninth grader, Carson Dillard's going to check in for Eliza Ball. So, hey, we're getting everybody in there. Everyone's going to get a little experience tonight.
And you want that for the future, you know. In a couple years, it'll be their time to shine. They'll be stepping up. They'll be the ones that we'll be depending on.
It won't be very long. Metters falls down. And I think it's going to be a blocking foul on the Cardinals. I don't know who. Rozier, I think, is going to pass it in. She's going to pass it into
that one will be on Dillard.
Gerardo. Metters is going to go inside. And the Cardinals not going to get the charge. I think she had her feet set.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't matter at this point.
Drain's kind of, I can't tell if she's got her hands up because she's wondering about that one or just, I think she's just putting them up just to play defense. But nonetheless, that was kind of one of those you scratch your head on.
And Earnhardt gets the ball.
Hey, good play by Camilla right there.
Drain goes over to Camilla. She goes inside to Drain. The layup is off. Metters goes inside. Ooh, it's off, but Fuqua gets the rebound.
Got a
She's going to get up
fast
court
break.
over to Earnhardt, and she gets the
Earnhardt's
layup.
got 2. And that one's going to set the Farmington bench off.
They're up by 40 now.
Score is 58-18 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't think there's a comeback.
You
with
sure about that?
A little under 2 minutes left. I would probably agree with you. Looks like, almost had another 2 there for Fuqua. But yeah, I think this one's pretty much sealed up. I don't know about the score. That one, another rough play right there.
Drain gets the ball. She gets over to Fuqua. Fuqua goes inside and gets the layup. That'll take the score to 60-18. And they're going to get some subs in here. Looks like number 30, Mazzy Carlson's going to get. I'll try to name off as many of these people as I can. Carson Dillard's in there. It looks like we have all ninth graders on the court right now, or all ninth graders but one. So I don't have numbers and names for the ninth graders at this moment, but we will print them off next time.
Right now, Farmington, this is a good game for you, putting 60 up on PG. I mean, you got to have a lot of confidence after this game, winning by either 40 or almost 40. I mean, you just beat your rival. You got to feel good about this heading into whatever game you got next.
It makes a statement for district.
Yeah, even for the Genius Coach Hunson, I don't think he could have drawn this one up any better. I think this is exactly how he wanted this game to go.
I mean, we all came in here, I think, feeling good about this game. But I don't know if any of us expected him to come out with a near flawless game dominant.
I don't think anyone ever predicts, going in and winning by 40. Not in a tournament game like this, but sometimes that's just how it plays out. Sometimes you just have, all the factors line up and everything just works in your favor.
It's been a pretty relaxed game. I haven't really been on my heels or anything. We've been chilling here.
Yeah. Personally, I kind of like that. I'm one. I don't prefer the anxiety and the edge. It gets me a little tense, but nonetheless, a win's a win.
I think from my side of things, I'm okay with an exciting game, but this one was great.
Yeah, we'll be on our heels enough tomorrow when Farmington boys play Harrison.
And it looks like,
but this one we weren't.
With the end of the fourth quarter, that's the game. Cardinals win with a huge score of 60-23 over Prairie Grove here in the district tournament. You guys got any final words before we get out of here?
Hey, I'm good. I think the game spoke for itself. I think you saw everything you wanted to see. All your, there are definitely a laundry list of positives. I would say minimal negatives, but I know Coach Johnson will find them and he'll try and get those down to a minimum. And I don't want to jinx it, but I think he's going to try and he's going to try and improve on that and have an even better game. Whoever they're playing.
That's what you want to do. You want to stay on the gas. And again, there are a few negatives. I'm assuming, tiny bits and pieces. They didn't convert on every single fast break opportunity. They didn't get to the line quite as much, I assume, as they would have wanted. But aside from that, nearly flawless game. Great defensive hustle. Great shooting nights by Roach, by Van Zant, by Johnson. Several others also had great nights. And anytime, you can go out and beat a rival, it's great. Beating it in the tournament makes it even sweeter.
Well, I'm Brody Hill. We have Dallas Walker, Ora Phillips with us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, Thursday at 5:30. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and have a good night.